Welcome to the Traders Corner, brought to you by the StreetBeat.com CEO Interview Series. And now your host, Steve Cannavale.
I'm Steve Cannavale here in Traders Corner, bringing you information on small and micro cap you can't get anywhere else, and cultural stocks, of course. We've got to talk about that. Sponsored by the StreetBeat.com and your crack team here at Expedited. Thank you so much for reading. Thanks for coming in on a Friday and thinking about trading. But today we're going to have to talk about the unemployment number. But the important thing is that the markets are making new highs, and they're making new highs for a couple of reasons. One, portfolio managers in general are underinvested. When I say underinvested, I mean that they have to follow the benchmark, the current benchmark, and they have to meet the benchmark in order to get paid. The benchmark for the indexes this year is up about 12 or 13%, depending on which index you look at, meaning that that portfolio manager needs to be up at least 10% plus to be within striking distance of overperforming, or they wind up losing the capital or simply not getting bonused out as part of their pay structure. So what happens is, and you saw it yesterday reflected in a lot of these smaller indexes where they overperform the S&P 500, and maybe you'll see the S&P 500 up a 1.5, and you'll see some of these smaller indexes up 2.5%. So that way they pick up a point here and there by being invested in the sector-driven ETFs. But also today, there are more leverage in the ETFs themselves. Leverage used to be that you had to go to your clearinghouse and they'd give you 2-to-1 on the money you had in the bank, or 3-to-1, or 4-to-1, or 10-to-1. In the case of the bubble, it was about 40-to-1. But today the leverage lies within the indexes themselves. You have a 3x Rixon, bullish, meaning that if the market's up 2%, this is going to be up 6%, and if the market's down, this is going to be down 6%. They're a 3x. So the leverage is embedded in the products to trade now. The different ETFs, there are so many of them I can't even keep track of them. Understand why the market's going up. I think it's as important to understand why it's going up as it is to know that it is going up. And part of it is the Democratic National Convention. Everybody's back. We're going into Q4 and everybody's chasing performance. So the unemployment number just tweaked people more, that and the desire to perform and keep your portfolio, keep your money under management, and get yourself paid as a portfolio manager and money manager. So this is Steve Cannavale, a little insight here for you in Traders Corner, bringing you information on small and micro cap you can't get anywhere else. Sponsored by the StreetBeat.com. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening.
TheStreetBeat.com is a publisher of news and opinions and not a securities dealer or broker or an investment advisor. For a full disclaimer, please see our website, www.thestreetbeat.com.